It only takes one bad interview to destroy a celebrity's career, like when Michael Jackson admitted to hosting sleepovers with children in his bedroom.
But is it really appropriate for a 44-year-old man to share a bedroom with a child who is not related to him at all?
That's a beautiful thing.
That's not a worrying thing?
Why should it be worrying? Who's the criminal? Who's Jack the Ripper in the room? This is a guy trying to help heal a child.
Jackson's revelation instantly sparked a firestorm of controversy, with the Los Angeles Department of Child and Family Services quickly launching an official investigation into the matter. But Jackson still had more to say.
But I have slept in a bed with many children. I sleep in bed with all of them. When Macaulay Culkin were little, Kieran Culkin would sleep on this side, Macaulay Culkin's on this side, his sister's in there. We're all just jamming the bed. And we wake up like dawn and go in a hot air balloon. You know, we have the footage. I have all that footage.
But is that right, Michael?
It's very right. It's very loving. That's what the world needs now. More love, more.
The world needs a man who's 44 sleeping in a bed with children.
No, you're making it all wrong.
Well, tell me, help me.
Because what's wrong with sharing a love? You don't sleep with your kids or some other kid who needs love, who didn't have a good childhood?
No, I don't. I would never dream of sleeping. I would never dream.
Because you've never been where I've been, mentally.
Eventually, the singer faced formal charges for several disturbing crimes, culminating in the infamous The People vs. Jackson case in 2005. Although Jackson was acquitted of all charges, the damage to his reputation was irreversible. 2005 would also prove to be a rough year for actor Tom Cruise, beginning with his unusual behavior on The Oprah Winfrey Show.
We've never seen you behave this way before.
I know.
Have you ever felt this way before?
Shortly thereafter, Cruise publicly criticized actress Brooke Shields for using antidepressants to treat postpartum depression, with the actor subsequently appearing on The Today Show to air out his opinions in an interview that ultimately cost him millions.
I've never agreed with psychiatry, ever. Before I was a Scientologist, I never agreed with psychiatry. And then when I started studying the history of psychiatry, I started realizing more and more why I didn't agree with psychiatry. And as far as the Brooke Shields thing is, look, I want to see her do well. And I know that psychiatry is a pseudoscience.
As host Matt Lauer persistently questioned Cruise on his anti-psychiatry stance, the actor grew increasingly combative, seemingly oblivious to the impending repercussions his words would have on his career.
But aren't there examples where it works?
Matt, you're glib. You don't even know what Ritalin is. If you start talking about chemical imbalance, you have to evaluate and read the research papers on how they came up with these theories, Matt. Okay?
It's very impressive to listen to you because clearly you've done the homework and you know the subject.
And you should. And you should do that also because just knowing people who are on Ritalin isn't enough. You should be a little bit more responsible in knowing
I'm
really...
not prescribing Ritalin, Tom, and I'm not asking anyone else to do it.
You're saying no,
I know some people who seem to have been helped by it.
But it's like this is a very important issue.
Cruise faced immense backlash after the interview aired, prompting Paramount Pictures to sever ties with the actor in 2006 after a 14-year partnership, and director Steven Spielberg to publicly blackball the actor. Nevertheless, both relationships were eventually repaired, and Cruise's career rebounded, unlike disgraced R&B singer R. Kelly, whose career has been irreparably destroyed following decades of disturbing allegations. In 2002, Kelly was prosecuted on charges of CP, leading to a contentious trial that ultimately resulted in his acquittal in 2008. In an interview with BET later that year, when asked if he liked teenage girls, Kelly's shocking response did not include a definitive no.
Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
19?
19 and younger.
I have some 19-year-old friends.
The interview aired just once before R. Kelly's legal team quickly demanded its removal. However, this was not the last instance of Kelly tarnishing his reputation on air, as the singer would later experience a complete meltdown during a 2019 interview with CBS News.
I didn't do this stuff.
This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
At the time, the singer faced renewed scrutiny following the release of the investigative documentary Surviving R. Kelly. This prompted additional law enforcement investigations, leading to multiple convictions, his arrest, and this utterly unhinged interview.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the
not
camera keep
true.
rolling. Okay,
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
A visibly emotional Kelly tearfully portrayed himself as the victim throughout his interview with Gayle King. However, his laughable justifications left no doubt that his career was finished.
I need help.
What kind of help?
This is the kind of help I need.
Yes, what kind of help?
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart. Because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
You sound like you're playing the victim here. You sound like R. Kelly, you do. When I listen to you,
I'm
it
just
does
telling
sound
the
like
truth.
you're playing the victim
I'm just
card.
telling the truth.
R. Kelly is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence for his numerous crimes. Meanwhile, this next celebrity nearly put himself in jail as well. While promoting his 2019 revenge film Cold Pursuit, actor Liam Neeson disclosed his own experiences with seeking revenge, exposing a darker chapter from his past.
In which the actor admits that at one point in his life, he wanted to kill a random black man.
According to Neeson, after learning that a friend had been assaulted by a black man, he patrolled neighborhoods, hoping to be provoked by a black man so he could exact his own form of violent retribution.
And I did it for maybe a week, hoping some black would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, you know, so that I could kill him.
Fortunately for everyone involved, Neeson managed to calm himself down before anything grave occurred. However, his words sparked backlash, with the actor subsequently participating in several interviews to manage the fallout and express remorse.
I'm not racist. This was nearly 40 years ago, but because I was brought up in, maybe I'm rabbiting on, Rob, so forgive me. I was brought up in the north of Ireland and brought up in the Troubles, the 60s, 70s, and early 80s.
Despite Neeson's efforts at damage control, the situation undoubtedly affected his future job prospects, which brings to mind the story of Joaquin Phoenix, whose career took a hit after a disastrous appearance on The Late Show, during which the seemingly drug-addled actor awkwardly slurred through his interview.
You look different than I remember. You've got a nice beard going, and
oh yeah, thank you.
How is that, the beard?
In what way?
Well, is it comfortable? Is it itchy? Is it? Are you pleased with it?
I'm okay with it, but now you're making me feel weird about it.
I'm sorry, I'm making you feel weird about it?
Is there something wrong?
I can't be the first one to make you feel weird about it.
No, I guess not.
The entire interview was painful to watch, with things really going off the rails when Phoenix announced to the world that he was retiring from acting to become a rapper.
Joaquin, what will you do now?
Well, I've been working on my music. I do more hip-hop music.
Hip-hop music.
That's a joke. What do you have them on?
I'm sorry?
What do you gas them up with?
Things only got worse when Phoenix awkwardly pitched himself as a potential future musical guest for Letterman's show, with the host making a complete joke out of Phoenix.
Well, I'd love to come on the show and perform.
Yeah. You know, that seems unlikely. I'm just kidding.
I've seen some of the other guests.
I know, no, you're right. Sure. Okay, well, we'll certainly keep you in our Rolodex.
Phoenix, however, would soon grow tired of Letterman's continued verbal jabs at him, with the interview becoming more and more confrontational as it went on.
All right, you're doing fine.
Thanks. High praise coming from you.
Is that really? That's the.
We're having fun.
That's
We're
fun?
having fun. Just relax,
Okay.
seriously. I'll come to your house and chew gum.
Okay, I don't have to chew the gum.
just relax.
I won't chew the gum.
Wow.
This interview would leave a lasting negative impression, with the media genuinely believing that Phoenix was having a mental breakdown. Although it was later revealed that Phoenix was method acting during his interview with Letterman, the damage had already been done. Fearing that the actor was struggling with drug addiction, movie studios avoided hiring him for years. And while Phoenix was able to eventually put his career back on track, the same cannot be said for actress Katherine Heigl, whose career took a nosedive following an infamously disastrous interview with Vanity Fair in 2008, where she expressed dissatisfaction with how her character was portrayed in the hit film Knocked Up. Heigl labeled the film as sexist and stated, "It paints the women as shrews, as humorless and uptight, and it paints the men as lovable, goofy, fun-loving guys. It exaggerated the characters, and I had a hard time with it on some days. I'm playing such a Why is she being such a killjoy? Why is this how you're portraying women? It was hard for me to love the movie." Whether one agreed with her comments or not, they were widely seen as unprofessional. The actress was subsequently branded as a diva and was blacklisted from Hollywood. Heigl's career never recovered, a fate that now seems to loom over the next celebrity we'll discuss, Jonathan Majors. The actor's meteoric rise to fame came to an abrupt end in 2023 when he was arrested and subsequently found guilty of assaulting and harassing his ex-girlfriend. In an effort to salvage his reputation, Majors appeared on Good Morning America, where he made an unconvincing effort to deflect blame.
How did those injuries come about?
I wish to God I knew. That would give clarity. That would give me some type of peace about it.
But you're confident you didn't cause
I have no
them.
question. My hands have never struck a woman. Ever.
Majors failed to convince the public of his innocence, resulting in his removal from all upcoming film projects, including a massive part as the Marvel Cinematic Universe's next big villain. He has not been cast in any new roles since. Conversely, media personality Piers Morgan was granted a second chance in his career, yet he somehow managed to fumble both opportunities. His downfall began in 2014, when it was announced that Morgan's CNN show would be unceremoniously canceled due to plummeting ratings. One of his final episodes would even see comedian Chelsea Handler utterly destroy him.
I mean, you can't even pay attention for 60 seconds. You're a terrible interviewer.
Well, you just weren't keeping my attention. That's
Well,
more
but
an issue
that's
for you
not
than
my
me.
problem.
Well, it is your problem.
This is your show. You have to pay attention to the guests that you invited on your
If
show.
they're interesting enough.
Yeah, they listen, it doesn't matter how interesting I am. You signed up for this job.
Of course it does.
Well, maybe that's why your job is coming to an end.
With his reputation in the US damaged, Morgan returned to the UK to co-host Good Morning Britain. There he swiftly gained notoriety for his fanatical defense of the royal family.
I'm sorry, I don't believe a word she says, Meghan Markle.
Well, that's a
I wouldn't believe it if she read me a weather report. And the fact that she's fired up this onslaught against our royal family, I think is contemptible.
After repeated on-air tirades about Meghan Markle, co-host subsequently quit Good Morning Britain and has struggled to regain his former prominence, much like celebrity chef Paula Deen, whose lovable image of warm Southern hospitality was dramatically shattered by an infamous scandal in 2013.
Hey y'all, I'm Paula Deen, and if there's one food I really, really love, it's a potato.
During a deposition for a lawsuit alleging racial and sexual discrimination at her restaurants, Dean confirmed under oath that she had, quote, of course, used the N-word on occasion, and even admitted that she had considered hosting a plantation-style wedding with black servers dressed as slaves.
In the complaint, Jackson, who is white, says Dean was planning her brother's wedding in 2007 and stated, quote, what I would really like is a bunch of little N-words to wear long-sleeve white shirts, black shorts, and black bow ties. Now that would be a true Southern wedding, wouldn't it?
As the backlash intensified, Dean appeared on the Today Show to address the controversy, but her clumsy interview only made the situation worse.
You were asked whether using the N-word in telling a joke was hurtful, and you said, quote, I don't know, most jokes are about Jewish people, rednecks, black folks. I didn't make up the jokes. They usually target, though, a group. I can't myself determine what offends another person. That last sentence gets me. I can't myself determine what offends another person. Do you have any doubt in your mind that African Americans are offended by the N-word?
I I don't know, Matt. I have asked myself that so many times.
Dean adamantly insisted she was not a hateful person, but as tears began to flow, her outburst became unbearably cringeworthy.
And I tell you what, if there's anyone out there that has never said something that they wish they could take back, if you're out there, please pick up that stone and throw it so hard in my head that it kills me. Please, I want to meet you. I want to meet you. I is what I is, and I'm not changing.
As public sentiment towards Dean continued to decline, her countless sponsors dropped her like a sack of potatoes, driving her further into obscurity. Moving from Paula Deen to Paula Abdul, this 2007 interview with the singer, who was promoting the latest season of American Idol, got off to a rough start as Abdul appeared noticeably intoxicated.
Right off the bat, what do Idol fans have to look forward to this season, and what are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, is that what it is? I was wondering, what is that?
Somebody else must be talking to Paula. Are you there, Paula? Paula, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
I'm going to ask that question one more time, okay?
I'll tell you.
The interviewers initially believed they were experiencing audio issues, prompting a brief intermission to resolve the problem. However, when the broadcast resumed, it became evident that there were no technical difficulties. Rather, Abdul was under the influence.
Tell us, what are you looking forward to this season?
How about a lot of you coming in? It's a wild party where you are.
That's what we hear.
The interview turned into a viral sensation, becoming a defining, albeit humiliating, moment in Abdul's career. Nevertheless, Abdul vehemently denied using any illicit substances, much like cyclist Lance Armstrong, who, despite decades of accusations and investigations, maintained that he never used performance-enhancing drugs during his 7 Tour de France victories.
I've said it for 7 years. I've said it for longer than 7 years. I have never doped.
However, in 2013, Armstrong destroyed his image as an inspirational figure to millions during a shocking interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
Armstrong's legacy was instantly tarnished following this revelation. All of his sponsors promptly severed ties with him, resulting in a loss of $75 million in a single day. And speaking of infamous lies, in 2013, Australian wellness blogger Belle Gibson was exposed for fabricating severe health issues to boost her social media following.
You had 3 heart operations. You suffered 2 cardiac arrests, you died twice on the operating table, you had a stroke, and you were diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour and given 4 months to live.
Correct.
Following her supposed cancer diagnosis, Gibson began posting daily updates about her journey, claiming she cured her brain cancer with natural homeopathic remedies, and her social media channels quickly blew up in popularity. However, rumors soon began to spread that Gibson had faked her cancer diagnosis for personal gain, with the mounting public pressure eventually forcing her to address these accusations in the press.
Belle, it's all here.
It is
It is all here. You know, you go on Instagram in 2013. I have been healing a severe and malignant brain cancer for the past few years with natural medicine, Gerson therapy and foods. It's working for me.
It is.
And except you didn't have brain cancer.
No, I didn't.
Once Gibson admitted her cancer had been a hoax, her career was over in an instant, and the disgraced blogger was fined $410,000 by the Australian government.
Do you take responsibility for driving any people away from conventional medicine in seeking treatment for their cancer?
That would be really heartbreaking to me because I never intended on doing that.
Do you accept that that's what you might have done?
I accept that might have happened.
This next celebrity's health issues were very much real, as actor Charlie Sheen would make a revelation that shocked the world during a 2015 interview on The Today Show.
I'm here to admit that I am in fact HIV positive.
While some commended Sheen for his bravery, many criticized him for waiting 4 years to disclose his HIV-positive status, arguing that this delay could have put his romantic partners at risk.
Have you knowingly, or even perhaps unknowingly, transmitted the HIV virus to someone else since your diagnosis?
Impossible.
For some, the interview portrayed Sheen in a more sympathetic light than ever before. For others, it reinforced his reputation for recklessness, especially concerning the well-being of others.
Have you had unprotected sex on any occasion since your diagnosis?
Yes.
However, there is no sympathy to be had for disgraced royal Prince Andrew, who sat down for an interview with the British Broadcasting Corporation amid intense media scrutiny over his friendship with convicted trafficker Jeffrey Epstein.
You've chosen to speak out for the first time. Why have you decided to talk now?
Although the prince aimed to deny allegations of sexual misconduct, his responses only served to raise further questions. For starters, Prince Andrew boldly and straight up denied ever meeting his accuser, Virginia Roberts.
I have no recollection
of meeting her.
No.
However, questioned about the photograph allegedly proving their encounter, the royal fumbled through a feeble and almost comical excuse. The interview clearly did not support his case, leading the prince to step down from royal duties. He resigned from public roles in May 2020, and soon after, the Queen removed his honorary military affiliations.